Hi everybody, it's Diana with stampingwithdi.com. Welcome to my YouTube channel and this week's Mimeograph Monday with a twist. I'm so glad that you're here. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. My name is Diana and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I'm in Santan Valley, Arizona. So today I'm going to be doing a project out of the catalog. And then I will, the first card will be how I think the card was done. And then the second card is my twist version. So I'll be doing two projects today. And this has been a fun little series. And it's just, I like that little challenge to try to come up with something a little bit different, more like my style, my taste. Sometimes my humor is as funny as it is not sometimes. But anyways, so that's what today is all about. I do watch with you live in the chat, so if you have any questions, make sure you ask me over there. If you are watching the replay, then just ask them below in the comments, and then YouTube will let me know that you've left a message, and then I can answer you if you need a response. So yeah, so that's what we're gonna do today. So let me get the camera situated. So close your eyes just for a second while I get adjusted. All right. Let me get this. There we go. There we go. Okay. So let's get this out of the way. All right, so I have a host code that this is almost the end of March. So this is my host code for March. If you are placing an order of less than 150 before tax and shipping, please use this code unless you have your own code. Like if you are in one of my stamp clubs or you have hollered at me and you have your own private code that I gave you, then you would use that obviously. But this is my code. And then that's how I do the goodies and the guts. So that is only good for the end of the week, right? Okay, so let's see here. So this is the card that I'm going to be doing today. I want to use these cute little kids. And I have really loved this card as soon as I saw it. So this is the one I'm going to be doing today. All right, so I have my little recipe sheet, and I noticed that this die was used, but it wasn't listed. So, so hopefully this also helps you with these two, because maybe you also, like that card in the catalog, and now you'll be able to see how it was made. Okay, so these are what I'm going to be using today. So we have the By My Side, which is just an adorable set, and I've used this a bit. I even did it as a class in the mail kit. I'm also using the One Happy Family, and I used this last week, I believe. And this is that fun dots and spots die, and then the stylish shape. So that's the one that I was mentioning. So this is what we're using. All right, so let's get my pieces. We're also using this punch right here. So this is a decorative circle with some crushed curry. So let me just punch that out right from the get-go. All right. So we have, so this is a 3x6 card. So that means it's too long for a regular envelope. So this is a regular envelope. Hang on a second. All right, so this is a regular envelope. So this card, let me get all the pieces out here. So this card won't fit in a regular envelope. So see, it sticks out a little bit. So what I did was I just grabbed one of the slimline envelopes. So that will work perfect. So that's where I'm going to put the card. All right, so let's see here. All my pieces. Okay, so we have these cute little kids, but this is that die. So isn't that not the funnest die? And it's a big size. So it's like the full, so this is like smaller for that card, but it will do, you know, a full-size card. So it's super fun. And it leaves you all these little dots of cardstock so you can make confetti. All right. So these are the pieces I need. Now I did do my embossing ahead of time. So I just stamped my little I love your kind heart with the Versamark. Then I used my white embossing powder and my handy little tray. And then I just heat set it, and there it's on there. So I wanted to just skip that whatchamacallit, that step. All right, so these are my layers. This is going to go on here. This is going to go on here. Actually, hang on a minute. That's the inside piece. This was here, because the front one is a little bit smaller. So see, this takes up less space. There was a bit more of a border. This is going to go on the inside. All right. See, I even have to get myself right. All right, so we have some scrap paper here. So I need my grid sheet that I have now nicely covered up with all that stuff. Okay, so let's stamp our cute little girl. And we're going to use the blend, so I'm going to use my Memento. So we have our cute little girl. And she has this, her little bird friend with her. But I also need the little dog from the little boy, because she's not only got her bird, she has a dog too. So I'm just going to ink up the dog and then just stamp him over here like that. Okay, so I'm going to let them dry a second. So while they're drying, I want to put a little something on the inside of my card. So I did an extra one of these. So this is pretty much like a full-size card. So I want to use it down here on the bottom so that I have some polka dots, just so that it matches the little polka dots on the front. So I'm going to take my Calypso Coral, that's one of the colors that we are using on the card, and my blending brush, my Calypso Coral pad, and I'm just going to get a little ink on there, and I'm just going to quickly put some circles. I'm not trying to be perfect with them. I just kind of want them to be on the bottom. So see, now the inside has these cute little polka dots, just so it's not naked in there, because I'm not using any DSP. So that just adds a little bit of cuteness on the inside. And you can make a mask out of anything, because look at that. That was just that little polka dot piece of cardstock. And I could have done the whole inside if I wanted. That might have been even more cute. Too late now. But there it is. So it's super cute. All right, so let's see. So these should be good and dry by now. So let's bring them over and get my blends. Now this will probably be noisy as all get out as I get them out of there. All right. So these are the colors that Stampin' Up! Used. So they color a little bit differently than I do, as you will see when I do my twist. All right, so they used Petal Pink, so they have dark Petal Pink. So I'm going to come up under her hairline and under her glasses and her cheeks. So and I've talked about it a few times, we have a color refresh coming, and we will know in a few days, because we will see the the new catalog as a demonstrator. We'll see it early, so I'm excited. At the same time, I'm like worried. I'm like, oh no, what if they retire one of my go-to colors? But we've had color refreshes before, and it just keeps things current, keeps things fun and up to date. So I have survived other color refreshes. I will survive this one too. All right, so now, so that was just light and dark petal pink for her skin. Then I want to take my light pool party, and we're just going to color her glasses. So her glasses have a glass in them. And you've seen me do this little girl many different ways. She's had many different eyeglass colors for sure. All right. You can make her be very hip with her glasses, as well as her hair. All right. So then we have light Calypso Coral. And that's going to be the cute little bird. So I'm just going to color the whole bird in with the light Calypso. And then take the dark and put a little bit of dark as well. So there we have our cute little birdie. All right, now her hair, they have used saffron. So just on the tips, I'm going to go some saffron. Okay, and then we want soft suede. So we have dark soft suede, and light soft suede. Okay. And light. And they didn't color here by her head, so I'm not going to either. So I'm going to go over that soft, or that, so saffron, but you'll still see it like underneath, like it will still be kind of yellow under there. So this is the light and dark soft suede, and then it just softens that dark line. All right, so there's her cute little hair. Now they mentioned crumb cake, and so I have it, but at the same time I'm like, well, I'm gonna mix. So they have the little puppy, has a little spot on his back, also his ear, and around his head here. So that's dark crumb cake. But I want to take my light soft suede and just put a little bit, so it's just a little darker in a couple spots. All right, so there's our cute little puppy. And her dress is parakeet, which you know is my favorite color right now. So light parakeet. And they didn't mention smoky slate, but the little dog has a dark nose, so I grabbed smoky slate because his nose looked dark. Now I wish these had dies, but they don't. But it doesn't take too long to fussy cut them out. All right. There's her cute little dress. And then let me do the little nose on the puppy. All right, so this is dark smoky. There we go. And then let's get our handy dandy snips. And we're gonna cut this cute little girl out. All right, so I'm just gonna go as close as I can, but I do want to leave just a little bit of a white border around there. Let's get some of this extra out of the way. It seems to catch the bolt or whatever, the nut, the bolt of the scissors when I'm cutting, so I try to get some of that extra out of there so it doesn't catch on that. So what I'm doing is I'm just moving the paper with my left hand and just squeezing the scissors with the other, and that just makes cutting a lot easier. Granny loved to cut out, and I love to sit and fussy cut too. A good sharp pair of scissors definitely helps. All right. So see, she doesn't take super long. And then we're going to cut the puppy out as well. So this is a great card if you are making a bunch and you get them all colored, and then you just sit and you have the TV on. Maybe you do, you know, maybe you have a kid in school at a ball game or something. I like to always have stuff I can do when I'm somewhere that's boring or I need to pass the time. So always have stuff colored ready to go, and then you can just set it aside. Even if you don't have like cards that you're making, I just love to sit and color, and then I always have, you know, like, oh, I'm going to make a card quick, and then I already have something all ready to go. I don't know if you're like that or not. Okay, so let's cut out the cute little puppy, and then we can put our cards together. Now I left the puppy white and just put that little dot on him. So he's cute to cut out too. This is such a cute set. When I did my class in the mail, I had a lot of people sign up for that one, and I think Stampin' Up! Has such cute little critter stamp sets. Little kids are cute. My April class is the adorable owls. Don't miss out on that. And my May class is the rhinos, and they're super cute too. So don't miss either of those. If you go to my blog, you can get more information, or I can stick it here in the chat as well. All right, because registration has started. So let me get that out of the way. Try to keep my desk halfway clean. All right, so there we got our cute little pieces. Now when I glue this on here, it's going to be too hard for me to use the seal, right, and try to get it into all those nooks and crannies. So I'm just going to use my green tip glue. This is the Tombow multi-purpose, and I have just put it in this little container, and then I can go around all these circles. So this makes it a lot easier than trying to use seal. Round and around and around. Okay, that's plenty. All right, so this is going to just be right on here, like that. Okay, and then let's bring our card over. Now this was Sahara. Where's my recipe? Hang on a minute. Yes, Sahara sand. This was crumb, and then basic white. All right, so this is just going to get stuck right to the card. So this card was in the main catalog on page 53 if you want to check it out, but that's where I got the idea for this one. All right, so we have this fun little circle that I already punched out. Put that lid on. All right, so this was that crushed curry circle. So that's going to go on here. And I'm going to put it on with some dimensionals. And I'm also going to put my little girl and my little dog on with dimensionals too. Okay. That. And then we have our little puppy and our girl. And I need to trim for the puppy. Because he's kind of small. So I don't want my dimensional sticking out. So one puppy and one little girl. Oops, she's sticking to my finger. All right, so we're going to put her on there. So I just try to make her one foot. This is the foot that's touching the ground. This one's kind of kicked. So I try to make this foot to be flat instead of, so she's not angled. So this is the foot that I pay attention to. Okay, so there she is. And then our cute little puppy. Come here, baby. All right, so we have our cute little puppy. So it's like she's petting him. And then we have I love your kind heart, which is going to get stuck in here. So you're not going to see this end. So it's hitting that little dimensional I have in there. So that's not a big deal. So I'm just going to cut this because you're not going to see the tip of that anyway. And then I'll put some dimensionals on this too. But these are fun little cards. So again, this was a 3x6. So this just goes here. So you do have to use the slimline envelope, but we have these in the catalog, so it's not a big deal. This is basically like a number 10 envelope. And so that will go in there. But isn't she so adorable? So there she is there. So see what I mean? It's a 6. So it's actually a 6x6, right? Like it's a 6x6, and then you score it at 3, which makes it a 3x6 when it's folded. All right, so there's that one. All right, so I'm gonna clean this up a little bit. Almost forgot. I need to add my bling. Okay, so the bling is the solid faceted gems. As I was cleaning, I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot. All right, so we just are going to put the smaller ones, and they've dropped them into these little holes, which is so cute. So I'm just dropping those little ones right in the hole. And then I'll use a bigger one up here, but that's just going to be on here, so it doesn't matter that it's a bigger one. All right, so then we have a couple down here as well. But I thought that was kind of an ingenious way to use these. And then your holes have some bling shining in them. So yeah, so I totally forgot to use my bling. All right, so now I can finish cleaning up. So since I was using a slim line card for the first card, I thought, well, why don't I use a slim card line or slim card envelope again? But this time, actually make it as long as a slim line is. So this is going to fit in the envelope. See, now it's going to take up more space of the envelope. So this is actually 8.5. Let me bring my little, squeeze my arm. 8.5 by 7. Hang on a minute. All right, there we go. So this is 8.5. This is just the size I use because it's like, you know, the full length of a card. So 8.5 by 7, and then I score it at 3.5. Now these are all inches. All right, but that fits the card good. It's not super tight. And so that allows you to add a little of definition to it, little things that have them with some dimensionals on it and things like that. If you could make it a little bit bigger, but then it's a little tighter. So this is just the size that I usually use when I do these cards. All right. So I did the same thing. I used a different greeting though, and I went sure do love you this time. And let me flip this over because I think this is messing up the camera. I brought my camera down so I was a little bit closer to my work area, which I now think that it kind of irritates it a little bit, but that's okay. All right, I'm also using the rain come on camera, there we go, the rainy day DSP, because I wanted it to have you know, a scenery going on. So we're going to put this on the card. So this just gets glued right to the card. Like that. I could get a whole pack of just clouds and flowers. It is super cute. All right, and then for the inside, I kept it simple, but now since I'm using DSP, I have a piece of DSP that I can put on there. So I'm just going to put a strip on the top. Usually I put my DSP on the bottom, but since this is sky, we're going to put it on the top. But I can see better if I glue it closer to me. All right, and then we'll trim. Now I'm also using the cute little kids, but now that I have a slim line, I have a lot more room, which means I can use all of the kids. All right, so we'll stick this on the inside. Like that. So I like a slimline card because you have so much more room to write a note, so much more room to, you know, decorate the front, which you'll see with these cute little kids. Now, I did stamp them ahead of time just so they could dry. And that was just one step that I didn't have to do. All right. So let me bring my colors over. Now, of course, I have a lot more colors. So a lot more noise, rattling. All right. But now this is me coloring, right? So you know me, I like to add a little bit of flirty to my cheeks, which just adds a little healthy glow to our little kids. So let's put some little flirty cheeks. Our little kids. And then we'll still use the petal pink, but that just, you can just kind of see that underneath. All right. I've got my paper crooked so I can color better. All right, so then we have dark petal. So just like we did before, so up underneath, let me make sure I've got the dark, yep. Dark petal up underneath the hairline. And then I go right over top of the flirty, which softens it, but it's still there. It's still underneath and a little bit on their legs. So yeah, I'm like, ooh, I hope they don't get rid of flirty. Because I'm like, even if I don't use a stamp pad necessarily, like I probably don't use Flirty Flamingo stamp pad a whole lot, but I sure use the blend all the time. All right, so light petal pink. So that's what made me go, oh, well, certain colors in blends I use more than I do maybe the ink pad. So anyways, but I think it's been, gosh, maybe five years. I'm trying to think how old my car is, because at the same time I got my car, which is Mossy Meadow, they brought Mossy Meadow back. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's my car. All right, so let's see. So we have our cute little, I think I did all their legs. Now this little girl, I'm going to have her have darker skin. So I'm like, here we go. Okay. Nope. Because I'm cutting them out. I can't remember what I did. I didn't make myself a little note. Usually I put little notes, and I didn't. All right. So I want her to have a little darker skin. So this is just number 500. And you can still see her little cheek in there. There we go. Cute. All right. And then let's do her hair while we have her. So I have 200 and 300. And I love coloring her hair because it's so cute and curly. So I just go around in circles, just like her hair is drawn. So I leave a little bit of white area because I want to go back. So this was number 300 because I want to use number 200. And this is even darker, but I want it to have a little dark in there. So you can just kind of see it's a little bit darker. Cute, cute. All right, then let's get these little guys over. So I'm going to do her glasses the same. So I'm still going to go light pool party because I just kind of liked, you know, I just kept her glasses very regular. Just regular glasses. All right, then I'm going to do her hair differently. So I'm going to go 600 for her hair. So all of her hair is going to be 600, and then I'll highlight or put some dark. But this time I'm going to go all the way over. So her hair goes all the way behind her neck instead of stopping it. I love these little bangs on here. She's just so cute with her John Lennon glasses. I had glasses like that. All right. So let's see. Well, I have 600 out. I also want to do the puppy. So the puppy is also going to be number 600. So our neighbor's daughter came over with puppies last weekend. I think it was last weekend. And I was like, oh my God, I could hear these puppies. And I was holding them in my left arm. And they were like Australian border collie mix. And a couple hours later, I had this rash like all over my arm. I was like, oh my gosh. And Jeff's like, see, that means you don't need a puppy. And I'm like, well, not that kind. All right. So then I'm going to do number 400. Because I keep saying, oh, it's been 2 years since we lost Toby. And sometimes I'm like, oh. But, so I don't know. But after that rash, I'm like, ooh, I sure wouldn't want to have a rash. But their skin, their fur was different than Toby. Like Toby didn't have fur, he had hair, and he didn't shed. So I think it just was to do with their fur. But anyways, plus they were rolling around in the grass, and I'm allergic to Bermuda grass. So I'm like, I couldn't decide what was causing it. But Jeff was like, well, it's the dogs. All right, so I'm just kind of putting some more, like, so 400 around. So I put it on the little guy's shoes. I added some little dots on the dog. I put just a little bit under her hairline, not a whole lot. All right, so there is that. Now my little boy, I'm going to give him blonde hair. So let's just give him some daffodil hair. Just so our kids don't all have the same hair color. So this is just daffodil. And light daffodil. Eric used to have blonde hair when he was little, and then as he got older, it went dark. All right, then I want my Balmy. So I'm using Balmy cardstock, so I want to put Balmy somewhere. So I'm going to put his little shorts, Balmy blue, and there's my Balmy. All right, so light Balmy. And put a little dark just underneath where the shirt goes over. Okay. And light poppy. You know me, I like to have a little bit of red. Plus, there's a little red in the daffodils. So let's just add some red. So we're going to put his little t-shirt is going to be a little red shirt. And we'll pretend this is Eric. And he's little playing with his friends. Okay. And then dark poppy just under the neck area. And where that arm is right here, just along the side. So as that shirt goes around to the edge, it would be darker. Okay, let's not forget our puppy's nose. So that's just a dark nose. So now Eric's done. All right, so let's bring his little friends over. Now I kept the little bird the same with the Calypso Coral because I still kept my my Sure Do Love You as Calypso, so I wanted to use it, you know, I wanted to have it on this card as well. So this is light Calypso. And then we'll do dark, just like we did before. Just around. And I'm just leaving, like I didn't even blend those colors in because the bird is so little that it doesn't really matter. Okay, so then we're going to do my favorite green. All right, so we're going to do her dress the same. So I'm going to do my light parakeet. And then we'll do the dark, just like we did before. Because this goes so well with that DSP. So up under her neck, down her arm, down the side of the dress, and just a little bit along the bottom. All right. Now these two are best friends, so they like to coordinate their clothes. So they were like, oh, what are you wearing? Well, I'm going to wear my parakeet dress. So she said, I'm going to wear my parakeet dress too. So she has her parakeet skirt. So that's a light parakeet and dark. And she also picked Pool Party. So I have light and dark Pool Party for the top of her dress. So that will match my little girl's glasses, like from before. So Pool Party, light and dark. So just the same thing under her neck and around the side. Now Pool Party is just a light. I love Pool Party. All right. Now we can't forget her little butterfly that she has there. So we're going to go light pumpkin. And then dark pumpkin. So let's put a little bit there too. All right. So there we have our cute little kids all colored. Okay, so now I'm going to cut my little kids out. And I'm just going to speed it up a little bit while I'm cutting.
Oh, be careful. Don't cut my tail off. Okay. Be real careful with those sharp scissors. I can't go play ball if you cut my leg off. Be careful there, lady. Okay. Watch the nose. Hey, she's almost done me. She's almost done cutting me out. cut out Eric. Watch my feet, Mom. Around. Okay. And around my blonde hair. I can't wait till I get older and I can grow a big old long beard. Around the ear. Watch my finger. Alright, almost. Almost done. Yay! Now I can go play with my puppy. Alright. Okay, be careful cutting me out. Don't get my hair. My mom took all morning to get my hair ready for our fun play date. Alright. My little butterfly friend. My cute little curls. Around and around. Almost. My little legs. And then you can cut out my friend and we can put the card together and help you. This is a cute card with me and my friends. I wonder who will get it in the mail. Around my butterfly. And there. Okay. I'm last. Don't mess with my bird. Okay. Do my little skinny legs. And my sweet little bird friend. Even though she keeps pooping on my mom's car, she's still my friend. And she's making a nest in the little birdhouse by the front door. I don't think there's any eggs in it yet, but she sure is busy dragging all the little pieces of grass in it. Okay, around my John Lennon glasses. My mom had to tell me who John Lennon was, since I'm so young. Alright, and around my hand. Be careful there. Almost done. And then me and my friends can get put on the card so we can go and play.
Okay, there's my fun little people. I hope you enjoyed that. Okay, so now we're going to glue this onto here. And then we're just going to put our little kids on the card so they can go to the park and play. All right. So let's put the Sure Do Love You. So I want this to be over here and I want it to go off the card. So I'm going to put that on with some dimensionals. Okay, so this is just going to go Sure Do Love You, and it's going to go off the card like that. And then I'm just going to use the side of the card to trim that off. That's so easy to do. All right, so now let's bring our little kids over. So we've got this little one. We have little Eric over here. And little pup. And here. So that looks good. So I'm just going to flip them all over. And we'll put them on with dimensionals. Make sure I can't see that one. And I need to trim again for the little puppy. And then we can put our card together and I can let you go. All right, so we have little Eric. So he's just over here walking his puppy, looking at his friends. Maybe they're going to school. Cute little pup. Then I'm going to put this little girl off to the side. So this is little Jean, and she's walking along. To me it looks like she's singing. She's got her little butterfly. And then we have little Michelle, and she's got her little doll, her little bird. So I think it is so cute. Now I didn't put any bling, because there's a lot going on, right? You've got the flowers down here, you've got the clouds. So I did not add any bling at all to this one. So let me get this out of here. So let me bring over the catalog version. So here's the catalog version, and then here is my twist. So what do you think? I love them both. I don't think you can do a bad card using these little kids, because they're just so stinking cute. The By My Side is a fun stamp set. So if you don't have it, hopefully you know, you'll think about getting it, because I'm hoping it stays, because I still have not had enough fun with these little kids and the fun little puppy. All right, so let me say see you later, alligator. Alrighty, and I will see you tomorrow for my Teach Me Tuesdays episode 171, and that will be 3 o'clock, airs at a time, same channel. I can't believe we have a new catalog just around the corner. Do not forget, if you expect a catalog from me, you'll have wanted to place at least a $50 before tax and shipping order since October 2022. If you have, then you're in the system so that I can send you the catalog. Now, obviously, if you expect a catalog from me, just holler at me. Let me know if you've moved, because sometimes if you move, the addresses don't always come over correctly. I don't know why, technology, right? And I don't want your catalog to go to the wrong address. So make sure you reach out and just say, am I getting a catalog from you or not? Because I don't mind answering you. Because there's still time. You have till the 31st. That's when I will be finalizing my catalog, paying for the catalogs to have Stampin' Up! Send them. So you have till then to either holler at me or place an order or whatever. But just definitely reach out because I'll have a whole new catalog to be doing my Mimeograph Monday stuff. All right, so I'm going to stop blabbing and get the video uploaded. I will see you tomorrow, and have a great night, everyone. Thanks for spending some time with me today. Bye for now.